Right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And we're
streaming the
back.
bunch.
The rogue spent many hours speaking with his nightmarish reflection. In the time that he had to think, he was able to come up with a plan. He had spent his time in solitude, reaching out through his agents and followers, and searching for special individuals. He took the time to tell his nightmare reflection about each of these people, to go and find them, to form a kind of group, not unlike the one he left behind so many years ago. There was power in those groupings, in those bonds, but perhaps he could forge something else in these relationships. The first man he sought was a sailor. He fancied himself the Lord of the Seas. He loved the ocean. He was charismatic and had powers over water itself. His name was Archie. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I, of course, am your benevolent Dungeon Master, Puck, and I am joined today by these Mercenaries of Mischief, which I will now introduce in no particular order. Starting with pulling counseling duty last week, we have Angelo joining us today, taking care of poor Penn, and going through a lot of stuff right now. We have Penn Wright joining us today as well. Undaunted by her failed devil unionization, we have Norbog the Hugbear joining us today. Dealing with post-homicidal depression, we have Lilith Singer. And sorting out various feelings, our Koshano the Quick is joining us today as well. When last...
Yep. Well, nothing just happened. It's okay.
Oh, it's one shot question, but we miss you too. Come on back. Hey, Duke. Hey, congratulations on your plushie, man. I've seen it on Facebook. It's real good. So, hello. I'm all backwards now. All right. When last we left our heroes, they have left the Avalon Knights Academy. They have disavowed themselves of the Academy and gone to seek out resolution for the problems that they all face, to ensure that these problems do not follow them home. But our heroes are also troubled and need answers about themselves, need to find out who they are and where they fit in the world. Where is home for them these days? Because that was a question that was hanging after the events of last season. And so they've reached out and sought out into the world. And they've uncovered a few things. They found Misty Moon and uncovered her past and where she acquired her unusual her unusual abilities. And they also uncovered Puck, who seems to have been depowered by Misty Moon. They found unusual bugbears. And, oh, I'm hitting tooth buttons, okay. They found unusual bugbears, and they also found Lilith's family and her kingdom overtaken by devils and a kind of devilish mob boss who wanted to complete Lilith's contract. A long battle ensued. The party went through great hardships. Many people almost died. But in the end, through the wish of a powerful spectral dragon, everything was put right. in a way. And Lilith, faced with the soul maggot of her father, decided to burn him to ash. This caused a realization in Penwright that perhaps he was not the man that he thought he was. And he became very uncertain as to what his path forward would be. Angelo reached out to him and brought him back, asked him to come back and speak with his friends. And now we join that scene with our heroes, our adventurers, our crew, back in Lilith's castle. The devils are gone. The rebellion is doing what they can to clean up the bodies. And things are trying to repair back to normal. What are you all up to?
That's a good question. I was staying with Lilith.
You were staying with Lilith?
So yeah, kind of. What is she at? Is she getting the new government in place, or decompressing, or?
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Get in character.
What are you doing, Lilith?
What do I want to do? Okay. I guess I'm going to approach Liara if she's still like on the floor.
Yeah.
I didn't get to hear your response. Are you going to be a problem with this new plan that's coming ahead?
No.
What do you plan on doing then?
I don't know anymore.
Well, you have all the time to figure it out now. Just don't let that include me. We may be family by blood. And I turn around and look at Koshano, and I turn back to look at Liara. But I have finally found a family that cares for me. A family where I belong. Do you understand?
She just nods her head.
Right. Ever come at me again, or my family, you won't be breathing anymore. We're done. I don't belong behind bars. I don't belong to demons. I don't belong here. And then I get up and go towards Koshano.
What's next?
That's what I was just going to ask you. What's next? The rebellion. Do you think they're already here? Right.
We should probably spread word. See that whatever conflict is in the streets, we kind of You okay?
Establish that we won. I don't know. I'm okay as I can be right now. It's just a lot's happening, and I don't know if it's appropriate to even bring it up right now, given the situation and the chaos that this castle's under.
Yeah. I guess there's still work to do.
Maybe talk
We should-
after?
Of course. Or whatever. Anytime. Yeah, where's what's going on outside?
It takes some time, but eventually they make it into the throne room with you guys. And they look over the scene. And the Prime Minister turns to all of you and says, "Is it over? Is he dead?"
It is.
Gone.
How are the casualties out there?
We lost many. But if it's truly over, it does not matter.
I will just sort of rub my chin and cast a message over to Lilith. Do you want to tell them now?
I think making sure that they understand that whatever war was happening here is over first. I think I'm going to go out and fly around in thaumaturgy. Relay the news.
All right. Be safe. People could still be looking to hit you out of the sky.
Don't jinx me. And I'm going to look around and see if there's anything that Liara is... Actually, no. I'm going to go to Liara and have her assist me and tell everyone that it is over as evidence.
She struggles to her feet, but joins you.
I'll cast a Cure Wounds level 1.
Seeing that they may be about to have a moment, Koshano will turn over and go to the Prime Minister, clap him on the back. So, politician, time to do some politicking. We've got to make sure that everyone is sort of on board with the whole new situation. So let's talk about pockets of resistance. And I start leading him away.
All right. So that's what Koshano and Lilith get up to. Norbog, when last I left you, you were helping tend to the dead and wounded.
Still doing that, and I'm actually doing the opposite of Koshano. If anybody is looking to me for leadership or what to do, I'm directing them to Lilith or the Prime Minister, because my promise was to help Lilith take back her kingdom and kill her father, and it's fulfilled, and Lilith is not my problem anymore, and this place is not my problem. The practicalities of the battle are my purview at the moment.
Very well. And Angelo and Penn.
I mean, we just had a conversation, and after breaking down, I turned to Angelo after he tried to call me back and kind of was abashedly going along with him because I don't really know what else to do at this point. And he made some good points. He made some very heartfelt, touching points that did definitely at least remind me that there was more to remember than just what's going on right now. But Yeah, Penn's not leading though. Penn's very much just kind of standing there, kind of like with the tip of his boot, just kind of pushing sand around. Like there is no like movement forward on his own accord.
That's really good to know, because I was gonna totally let you take the lead. And so there's probably like a long, awkward pause, and I'm gonna let you do your thing in the sand. And then I thought you had turned and started walking back towards them, but if you're just hanging out, then I'll give you some time, and then maybe try and take your hand and kind of walk back with you.
And he will. And I'll take your hand. And as we start, again, there's just an overwhelming kind of like, I don't know. And he'll start to speak in awakened mind specifically, kind of quietly, just like, what do I even tell them at this point?
What are you afraid of telling them?
I mean, I knew everything was fine at the end, but I just kind of ran off and had a breakdown. I don't really know what to tell them. I don't know how to express these thoughts and feelings outside of having that. I don't know how to rationally explain what I'm feeling unless it's in a wave of emotion. And now that that's kind of subsided a little bit, I just kind of feel empty about it, and I don't know what to say. And I feel a little ashamed, not for feeling how I feel, but just for not really knowing how to talk to the people that care about.
I think all of that is pretty normal. And I mean, not that I really know what normal even is, but I think everyone kind of has those feelings sometimes, like we'll all take a minute, whatever that means. And if that means going to be alone, or sometimes we blow up and we don't know why. Sometimes we shut down. Sometimes we want to share, and sometimes we don't. And sometimes we overshare, and sometimes we're miscommunicating. That's kind of just part of this experience, I think, of being alive. But you're right that they really love you. They care about you. And I think you don't really have to explain yourself. I think at least from what I saw in Norbog, she knew kind of what you needed, and she went, and I came because I thought you might need me, and the others needed to do what they needed to do, and they don't need to explain themselves either, because I think you understand where they're coming from too, for the most part.
Yeah. I just not sure where we go from here.
You'll know when we get there. They might ask you a question and you can decide to what extent you want to answer. They might not ask you anything and you can decide if you want or need to say something. Or I know magic is a thing. We could maybe show them abstract feelings through some kind of abstract image. My mom used to do this thing with like shadows and light, and when she didn't know how to describe something to me, or I didn't understand a really big word, she'd show me in some kind of imagery. Maybe that could be helpful.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. I didn't want anyone to. And I didn't think I needed it, but I'm really glad you did.
That means a lot, because I could kind of get that from you, that you wanted to be alone, and I think Norbog did too. But we love you, so I'm usually all about consent. I didn't want to do something you didn't want me to do, but I also kind of think that family means knowing what's best for the other person. even if they don't really want it. And I'll just squeeze your hand a little bit tighter.
Yeah. I love y'all too. I don't know. I don't really know what to do for some of the others though, right now.
That's okay. You'll know when it's right, and whatever you decide, however you approach your next conversation with whomever you see will be the right way for you and for that person. I have faith. And if you need help, you can always ask for it.
Right. I imagine we're like, I don't know, where are we by this point?
I think we'd probably see Norbog first, maybe, doing the cleanup.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Norbog doesn't look like Norbog wants to be talked to, but I could be wrong. But I guess that's my question posed, is like, at a glance, what would an insight of someone who knows Norbog give any kind of inkling towards?
She's just thrown herself into work. She's completely neutral. Yeah, she's like talking to other people as she needs to, but it's pure practicality at the moment.
If we're still in awakened mind, I'll say to Penn through our minds that I'm just gonna, my intention is to go and just help her, just stand beside her and help lift things and move things and not say anything. And if she wants to talk to me, she will. And if she doesn't, then she won't. Are you okay if I let go of your hand? Are you gonna hang out for a bit?
Yeah, I think I can do that. I think I can help with that. I mean, between you and me, this is normally the kind of thing I would like use magic for, but it also kind of feels and I kind of look over like a bunch of corpses and people moving them and just being like, it doesn't feel right, and I recognize that. So yeah, I'll roll up my sleeves, and I will be following Angelo. This is still a kind of staying in the shadows as much as possible, out of people's purview, but definitely going to try to help.
So then we just join Norbog in moving and lifting and fixing as best we can without magic, because it feels right.
So, the party all sets about their various tasks. The princesses of the kingdom move about, informing everyone that they are princesses no longer. The friends try to clean up, and Koshano works on the politics. And that goes on for some time. As things begin to recover. And there's this heaviness that hangs in the air that always tends to after a major change. And though, undoubtedly, this does seem to be a change for the better, the people and the land of this place seem so worn down by the events of the past few years. There is this hanging feeling that things may not actually be over. You know how it is when sometimes at the end of the darkness, it is difficult to know that you've come out the other side. And so the people are optimistic, but hesitant, uncertain as to what exactly the future will hold. The process of rebuilding begins. The bodies are gathered and buried. The rebuilding begins, and lives begin to change. And this begins to take place over the course of a few days, as slowly the feeling that the devils will not return begins to set in. So, you guys spend some time here sorting yourselves out, assisting where you can. By the third day, you are all put up with your own rooms in the castle. And we join you guys again at dawn of that third day, as the rebuilding is well on its way at this point, and people have begun trying to put together a kind of celebration in hopes that it would overall lift spirits of the people of this place and allow them to move on to this next better phase of their civilization.
I think Koshano has become absorbed in this power transition process because, right from day one, he starts to see people, the usual people of various positions of power, head of the Merchants Guild, so on and so forth, looking to snake their way into a power vacuum. And so he starts to feel like he's got to keep an eagle eye on this. So he's doing what he can to attend every meeting relating to the development of this new system.
All right.
Yeah, if Lilith is involved, she's definitely gonna be naive about all this.
Yeah. Well, if she's going to, have an active presence in this, I wasn't sure if she would or if she'd be blowing it off. If she's going to be there, though, he'll be feeding lines through her, basically.
Yeah.
So there's the added.
What would Lilith be doing? Is she fully abdicating and leaving everything to the Prime Minister and Koshano, or is she keeping?
I think Lilith will make it an equal thing. It's just like, if he has suggestions, listen.
Very well.
I'm using my last bit of commandment here before everything just really shifts to the new order.
Of course. Liana, Misty Moon, and Puck are also given their own rooms and kind of off to the side. You occasionally see them going about their business day to day. But they've been a bit withdrawn, all of them, in the time since you guys have arrived. But what does everybody else get up to in this time that you have down?
Norbog is generally helpful whenever somebody needs help and they ask, she'll help. She's staying out of the politics, and she's been genuinely happy, but checked out from everyone. And in her spare time, you will catch her poring over nautical maps that she is not here, and she's not here for any of you either at the moment. But she's in a good mood.
Not really used to getting the cold shoulder. I feel like that might be what I experience, even though it's polite and kind. And I'm probably gonna get that similar feeling from everybody in the party, would be my guess. That my usual happy-go-lucky way of making people smile or laugh or feel better isn't working. And that's a really odd feeling for me. So I'd probably become pretty recluse. I'm gonna take my drum and play by myself somewhere. Maybe some kids come around and I get some uplifting from making someone happy that I don't know. But otherwise, unless I do make somebody smile or somebody does end up having a positive conversation with me, I'm gonna also be pretty lonely.
All right.
Yeah, does he make any effort to go, check in with people, or is he just I'm gonna hang out? paying back?
Definitely like I said, if so it would be the same sort of situation with each person. Probably check in with Norbog first, since Norbog was the one that came with me to Penn, and over the last 3 days I've been keeping a close eye on Penn. And then I'd probably go to Koshano next, because I feel like Lilith needs the most distance and I know her the least. So to Koshano, I would very upbeat, not dejected from the first two. I'm gonna go see Koshano and hey, how's it going? What's new? Like, how go the things?
Oh, all fucking over the place, man. What have you been up to? You kind of like
Just
drifted out. So,
keeping an eye on sad people.
okay, that's all right. That's excellent. Actually, that's what I was going to sort of ask you about. Have you been like getting around town at all? Sort of mingling with the locals?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, what I'm trying to sort out here, because I can't trust any of these fuckers, is what kind of the general public's opinion is of the dead king, the abdicating princesses, and the prime minister. He's been making some hard plays and just trying to, obviously we can't, take everything into account. And he starts to like just talk in these sort of vague, twisted political terms of just like trusting and not trusting and putting the best in place and hoping for the best and trying to maintain our legacy and presence so that we're not pulling off and putting a corrupt government back in place. All this sort of shit. Yeah, so basically, have you been like jamming on the streets? Have been talking to people?
Okay, so I've definitely been jamming, and I'm assuming I would have heard some vague details and facts about, but I rolled a 9 insight. So, Puck, what do I know?
You know that people are real bummed out and they don't know what to do. They don't know what's going to happen. Everybody's just afraid that they're going to be under another dictator.
Sounds like it seems to me that everyone is afraid still. They need something hopeful.
Tracks.
They need, I don't know, democracy.
Yeah, but even democracy needs someone to sort of monitor it. When you kind of just leave people to self-organize, things get wonky pretty quick. Tried to experiment in this at one point. Nah, it's a whole thing. Look, keep your ear to the ground. See who seems the most respected, the most sort of integrative amongst somebody who's not already intensely wealthy and powerful, ideally.
Koshano, I'll try that, but literally that sounds like the weirdest thing. I think if anyone, at least from what I can see, the best leader around right now is you.
I'm flattered. But I have to disagree with you there. I can kind of plan and direct and sort of, I feel like I'm good at spotting, potential problems, that sort of thing. Day-to-day execution, it's not a maintenance, all right? I'm not big into maintenance. I create,
Okay, but everything you're saying is what good leaders say. Like, oh no, that can't be me. Someone else has got to be better at this job. And then that idea of, what's it called when you have to tell people what to do?
Authority?
Something. Sure. Yeah, maybe. You're good at making sure that people have a job to do.
Delegation.
And then following through with that job. That one. I think you're you're better at this thing than you think, and right now you're really the only person to do it.
Again, I'm flattered. But on the one hand, somebody kind of coming in from out of the area and being like, okay, we killed your king, and now I'm gonna, run a real smooth democracy for y'all. That, I feel like, is only going to exacerbate the concerns of living under a new dictator.
I'm not saying that you come in and do that. That's actually the opposite of what you're doing. Like, you're leading without taking complete control. That's what they need. They need modeling of good leadership. And I'm not saying you have to do it forever, but if I'm putting my ear to the ground, I'm going to keep listening to the ground for someone who's doing
that's a figure
what you're
of speech.
doing, but is a local.
Yes. Somebody who's doing it a local. Somebody who might want to... Look, here's the thing, man. I don't want to fucking stay in this place, let alone deal with the politics of running it. Are you kidding me?
I know. That's fine. But yeah, you like shit out of luck that's happening for you right now anyways. Until I can find someone. Which now sounds like a really weird responsibility for me, but I'll try.
Yeah. Man, I hadn't really thought of it that way. Okay, yeah, no, we're going to expedite that process. Thanks for the insight. And Koshano, quickly looks around for whoever he's decided to be the most trustworthy person involved in this process at this point.
I mean, the Prime Minister's been pretty open with you, pretty spot on throughout.
Yeah. It's just something... He was a little too eager for this,
Something that rubs you the wrong way about him, just a little bit.
He was a little too happy to see this all go down.
Well, then you're going to have to look for somebody else. So, while they're on that search, what has Penn been up to?
Okay. I know.
All right.
Penn, you said it's been 3 days, right?
Yes.
Very, very soon, before too much time has passed, Penn's been going off on his own. I've been not necessarily telling anybody where I'm going. I always come back. And I'm not keeping anyone from it per se, but I'm just not I'm not having that conversation freely. Are there this is a kingdom and this is a castle. The first place that Penn is looking for is, are there royal catacombs? Where this family going back, the older generations would be buried?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to ask a question that I will expect a player probably to have more of an answer for actually than my dungeon master. Is Lilith's mother here?
Lilith?
Look, I'm giving you an out, so if you don't want me to talk to your dead mother, this is absolutely reasonable.
Did we ever discuss it, Mom?
Who knows? You get to decide.
Oh. Okay.
You have never established this with me.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Should we just make her dead?
I mean, it's up to you.
Up to you.
Yeah, just kill her.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know, birthing incident or something like that. It's
Done.
or whatever. Just done.
So Lilith's mother is here. Is she here, though? That's the other question. She's dead, but is she here? Is she buried here?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, so I have other questions. Actually, I'll probably go ask my other questions first. I'll probably go in and I will see that and I will make a point and I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for that conversation.
Well, as you head into the catacombs,
Oh,
the first thing you see is a massive tomb with windowed sides. And it is labeled King Landris of Varlstad. That is the body of Lilith's father.
it's here?
Yes.
I wasn't ready for that.
Bring me not into temptation.
There's nothing wrong with talking to anybody.
No.
Yeah,
Conversation.
I will, because I didn't expect it. I will walk in there and go, like, there's his corpse is in here.
Yep. It is adorned in these kind of beautiful robes with dark infernal script lining the edges of them. His skin is kind of hanging off of his bones and kind of sunken in various places. He wears a number of gold rings. And his expression, though taut and pulled back from the rot, seems cruel even for a corpse.
I don't even cast a spell. I just look at him and I'm just like, fuck you, man. You're not even worth my time. And you're certainly not worth hers. And I just turn around and walk out. And I'll go to talk to other family members that might be a little more worth my time. And I'll go back through I'm just looking for people who lived here. And I'm casting Speak with Dead and asking, where are the hidden libraries? Where are things that other people wouldn't know about? I'm a friend of your great-granddaughter. I'm a friend of your great-great-granddaughter.
So you get a lot of nonsense, a lot of evasion, and a lot of people that you probably assume never read a book in life. And you eventually come to King Tirthas, the second king of Varlstad. And when you go to speak with Dead with him, you feel a little bit of a kinship with this person. They speak as somebody who knows magic, who is somebody who studies. So you're looking for the libraries.
Yes.
If it was not demolished in these dark times, you may like my laboratory.
Probably. That gives me anxiety when anyone says that. I had a bad experience once.
With a laboratory?
Yeah. I mean, a really good thing came out of it, though. And I kind of gently, touch the top of my hat where my hand is underneath.
Well, nothing sinister there. Were I to become a lich, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's fair. Well, where can you tell me how to get there?
Hidden passage in the mountains. In the king's room. There's a passage behind the bed. I liked to sneak away at night.
Okay.
Look for a circular opening. 3 holes for fingers. Turn left, right, then left.
Okay. Do you want to know it? Do you want to know anything about your granddaughter before you go? Or your great-grand? How old? Who is this?
The line is far gone. I was the 2nd king of this place. It has not been an unbroken genetic line that has ruled Varlstad. It has been taken by more powerful people at times.
Well, this one's good. This one's leaving it to the people. So
that is good. We have watched, and they have suffered much.
Yeah. Well, enjoy being dead. Sorry to wake you.
Enjoy my laboratory, and beware the sea.
They beware the sea?
Yes.
Just gonna let that. I assume this is as it's ending, so I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. And yeah, I still don't know. There's that kind of where you're walking around, and you're like, should I? I don't. Because I keep looking at Lilith's mother's tomb, and I'm just like, something. I want to, but something doesn't feel right. So yeah, and then the 2nd and 3rd day, yeah, he'll late in the evenings try to head up. Is it within? Can I get to that place, or is that a whole other trip to get up there?
I don't imagine anyone else is staying there. Is anyone sleeping in Lilith's dead dad's room?
Oh, it's here. I thought when he said in the mountains, it was a separate place.
No, the castle itself is built into the mountainside.
I want to sleep in Lilith's dead dad's bed.
Yeah, power move. Power move.
That guy.
Established dominance.
I've slept in so many other people's bed just out of spite, so hell yeah, I'll sleep in that bed.
It's the question came up and Penn was the only one who raised his hand.
No wonder I could never find you after all the lectures and meetings were done. I wouldn't go there. But I do when I get a moment to talk to you.
I mean, hey man, I'm around. I just kind of dip
in your
out.
Dead dad's room.
Exactly. I would not be stepping anywhere near that. Our schedule's just not working out, man.
Right.
You're free. I'm not.
I'm just insulting your father's corpse and sleeping in his bed.
I'm attacking your trauma in some very real ways after the fact. So you go looking for the lab?
I mean, yeah. I don't want to take too long, but yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm doing with my time. I'm looking for that now. I wasn't originally, but then he told me about it, so duh, I gotta.
All right. And you find the opening just beyond the desk, or just beyond the bed. And just as he said, as you turn it, there's a thunk, and the bed itself slides to the side, revealing a secret passageway.
Oh, I hope her dad didn't get in here. Yeah. So, awesome. This is my jam. This is what I need. This is cathartic. I say to myself, trying to reassure myself.
And as you descend down to this place, you find a large laboratory. There's an alchemy lab and a kind of enchantment table laid out. A lot of basic kind of magical stuff. And numerous bookshelves full of various arcane tomes. And almost instantly, as you hit the last step, your patron emerges from your book and begins looking about the room. This is a fascinating place. Much was learned here.
Yeah, this is the kind of places that you and I live for.
Are you not excited, Tomekeeper?
It's just been a heavy few days, and I'm trying to fix something that should probably be better left alone. And I kind of open my tome on the table, and it's that same ritual that I keep coming back to, which, to be clear, just in case there's any question, is the Black Wind ritual.
Of course.
Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for answers for that. However, I will take... Yeah, I'll take it all at this point.
All right. You begin to absorb all the knowledge in the room into your tome. And your patron ages up a little bit more. What is your fascination with this ritual?
It's the only thing left of someone who I wanted so badly to believe was a good person. And it is a way, it's this book, but for you, for a person, it's a way to catalog, to collect, to get stronger, to get rid of things that are bad and turn them into something good. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
This has confused me in the time that we have spent together. I'm wondering, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me anything. At the end of the day, you're all I've got left, and I think I'm all you've got left, so yeah.
How do we decide what is good or bad?
And Penn sinks heavy into whatever chair there is. I don't know. And I don't trust other people to tell me. And I base it almost solely on emotions and feelings, which has led me to some not great places, which makes me think that that's not the best way to do it. But I also don't trust the people who say they're good people. Some of the bad people are some of the best people you've met. So I don't know. I don't know what it means anymore. And I'm so tired, and I don't know how much I have left to give to that question. So maybe I'm just in the middle. What is right is what protects those around you that you care and love about. And if the whole world burns, then it burns. And maybe that makes...
I have a hypothesis.
Go ahead.
I have been observing you and your companions in the time that we have spent together. I have also observed those who you've been fighting against. and those you have had indifferent relationships with. Most of the people that you encounter believe that they are good, with the exception of the devils. But I believe that is a unique case. Very few people that you meet believe that they are villains. If they do believe this, it is inconsistent with their actions. So it is possible that what is good or bad may not be for others to judge. Perhaps it is a decision that you come to on your own, where you find your own balance. Whether you are good or bad depends on the actions you can live with or can't live with.
Yeah. I'm sorry I erased you.
You did not erase me. You sent me back to the beginning of my journey. And now it will be a different journey.
I know, but I don't. It's a little different now. And we're having to relearn together. I liked having someone whom I could turn to for answers, and now I feel like we're having to find the answers on our own. Again.
Perhaps finding the answers together is better than being told. Because then we are discovering together. It's just as you said. No one else can tell you. You need to decide for yourself.
Yeah.
Knowledge is solid. It is irrefutable. It doesn't change. It doesn't alter. Theories change. The depth of the knowledge changes. But the knowledge itself is stagnant.
Yeah.
Our decisions change based on the depth of the knowledge. We are but up to our ankles. There's so much more we don't understand.
We're going to do the best we can to find as much of it as we can, because I just threw it all out in the ocean. So we'll start here.
Yes.
Find these answers, and I will solve this riddle that has been haunting me for so long, and then I will decide how to use it.
May I ask you one last question?
You can ask me anything, anytime.
If you solve the riddle, will it change the actions of the person it belongs to?
That breaks his heart a little bit. I don't know. No, it won't. It'll show me that it was a mistake, maybe. It'll show me that he was trying to do right. I've been told this. I know this, at least in one world. So it'll just prove to me that it was a mistake. And that it was well-intentioned. And that will make a difference to me, regardless of what I end up doing with it.
Tomekeeper.
Yep.
Evil is often a mistake. Because nobody believes what they're doing is wrong. Unless you are a devil. Have I solved your riddle?
I'm stuck between being supportive and honest. It's like having kids. You've definitely helped me see more perspectives into it. It's not as it is not as two-dimensional as perhaps I thought.
Then we shall immerse ourselves deeper. You've given me much knowledge to pore over. I look forward to our research.
Me too. And yeah, I'll take that time and go through that, see if there's anything relevant, and just be cycling through that over the days or nights, I guess.
All right. So Penn is researching. Norbog's going over nautical charts. Angelo is checking the temperature of the people and trying to spread joy wherever he can, keeping his ears to the ground. Koshano is dealing with matters of state and also figuring out how to not do that anymore.
I'm gonna work myself out of a job here, please.
And Lilith, after you've spread word and assisted with matters of states, where do you see yourself going?
I want to try to find like a day where I can just find Penn, since our like shifts are out of sync. Because Lilith's been concerned ever since he ran off.
I would say after an amount of time, you'd probably be able to track him down eventually, unless he's specifically avoiding you, Penn. Okay.
I'm not avoiding, no. I just if we ever have meetings.
God, who am I? I'm Lilith. I thaumaturgy Penn.
It is true.
I don't look for people. I tell them where I am and they come.
Yes.
Good old fashioned.
I'm glad we made it back.
Look, my patience wore thin after trying to be subtle and try to find wherever he is. And I'm just like, I'm so done.
I'm probably like napping in her dad's bed, which I prestidigitated real good. I just want to be clear. I don't,
I cleaned the evil out of the sheets before I got it.
And so I crack my eye open. I'm like, oh god. And so I'll go wherever Lilith. I don't have thaumaturgy, so it's like awakened mind as far out as it'll go as often as I can. I'm like, where? What?
My guest bedroom, follow my voice. Actually, you know what? Meet me in the kitchen.
That's it. I like the kitchen. Let's go to the kitchen. Yeah.
Which one?
And
the lower food court, the meadery. No, okay.
the one with the drinks.
To the kitchen, yeah.
This is the wine cellar. We've been through this.
Oh
Just because
God,
all of your
Lilith
meals
calling.
are here doesn't mean...
Where Lilith gets her liquid lunch.
Okay, I'm here.
Judge me.
I'm here. I'm awake.
You were sleeping?
No. He's lying.
You're lying.
I don't know. I don't want you to feel bad. I'm here. What's up?
Well, I never got a chance to talk with you when you just left. So, I don't know. I kind of thought that you would come talk to me, and then you didn't, and I got a little irritated, and then I didn't want to approach you while I was feeling irritated, and I wanted to calm down a bit, and it's just like dragging on, and now things just feel super awkward, and now that's just like this moment I'm like, you know what, fuck it, and I just called you randomly, okay? And I
feel like as she's rambling on, he just kind of walks forward and wraps her in a hug. It's okay. Look, I just woke up, so I actually don't feel the shame I normally do about how I ran off a couple days. So I'm just gonna get all real honest before it wears off. And he rubs his eye and kind of let's go with the hug, and is standing a regular, talking distance away. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you. I'm figuring some things out about me and what I want and who I am. And
So
was
it's
a
nothing I
lot.
did that upset you? Because
no, my dear friend, no. It's you.
so I don't have to apologize for something?
No, of course not. You haven't done anything. I'm sorry. This was not the intention. I've just been coping with my feelings.
Oh,
I'm sorry
okay.
I'm sorry I made you feel that way.
Well, the feeling sucked, but what's up? It's whatever. Now I'm concerned more because you just now ran off and I don't know why. It just happened and I'm concerned if it'll happen again.
When we were in hell, the most recent time,
Wait, the one where we had this debate about whose side will win?
no, that was a long time ago. This is I said most recent time, a couple days ago.
Wait, we weren't in hell. Oh wait, that time.
The Abyss.
That was hell, right? Okay, I thought Abyss was Abyss. That's part of hell. Okay, learning.
Like chips, it's like a stack, like pancake. But anyway,
Right.
So
I didn't memorize all the layers.
it's all good. The point being, though, I'm really afraid that I messed up with that ritual that we did, that I did for you, with you, where you absorbed the Death Knight and the Hell person whose name escapes me. I'm sure they're not important. And I know that it got fixed because I saw that happen with Angelo's dragon. So, like, I'm glad, but
nothing. What wrong? Everything was fine. I mean, I was a little hungry. Other than that, besides wanting to eat more, I don't think that's a really bad side effect.
something in hell was telling me that something was wrong. And it hit me right in the part of my brain where I don't know that it was a lie. I do believe the rest were lies, but I think that might have been a grain of truth to make the overall lie more believable. And it worried me.
Wait, what grain of truth?
I think I almost really hurt you. I think that you having those things inside you in that specific way may have tethered you to something that was potentially going to be very hard for you to control or more destructive, or I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out right now. But the thing about it, though, was when you were all gung-ho for that and you had all that inside you, you were all about it. You were ready to go. You were ready to take risks and do reckless things. And we were going to burn everything down. And I was weirdly okay with it. And then that part of you was gone. But I was still me. And part of me still wanted to do all those things. And
you were emotional, I guess. I don't know. Zariel probably bruised an ego because she's a bitch. I mean, let's be honest, you and I, we're not that different. We're pretty emotional people and usually react whenever we are emotional. So, I mean, it's just who we are. And I'm coming to terms that I have to accept that. And I am so grateful that I'm having family that is accepting of that. It's something I will try to work on. But for now, it's who I am. And Penn, everything you've done so far to help me when I wasn't even around, when the other me was around, you helped. You helped. She nearly died. I almost died from creatures that ate my mind.
Because
there.
Because we were there. We shouldn't have been there. We should have gone home. I should have voted for us to go home, but I didn't realize that you wouldn't come. And when you wouldn't come back home, I couldn't go without you.
So you really think that time was a bad decision?
I was so scared, Lilith. You almost died. You got real stupid.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to the kitchen, pop a bottle, and take a drink.
I mean that in the sense that something ate your mind, my friend. I had to dip into my patron's knowledge to, yeah, all right, look, maybe I should have phrased it better. This is fair.
No, this is honesty time.
Well, if we're doing that.
We are.
My dear Dungeon Master, will you allow me to make a very minor, over the past few days, will you have allowed me to have made a spell scroll in my time? Would I have the ability to do?
Of course, sir.
Then I will turn to Lilith. If you want to talk about honesty, this is yours. And it's like a little rolled up scroll with a little skull insignia wrapping it shut.
A gift?
It's a heavy gift. This is yours.
Ooh.
If you want, you can take this to the Royal Catacombs and you can go talk to your mother. You never talk about her. Don't know anything about her. I haven't talked to her. And if you need somebody to go with you, I happily will. But I figured you might want to. I don't know. I just wanted to give you the option. I don't have a good relationship with my family, so I don't really know but people seem to care about some of them, so I figured I'd give you the option.
Teary-eyed.
I'm sorry, was she bad too? You never talked about her like your father, so I didn't know.
I never met her. All I know is that by the time I was born, she was no longer living. My fault.
It's not your fault. We're all victims of life.
If I wasn't born, though, she'd probably still be alive and well. And there probably wouldn't have been some crazy catastrophe that was happening here. So I have accepted it. That's just part of the thing of my life. Short end of the stick. It's fine. I mean, I've accepted it.
Wait, hey, and he'll kind of gently just touch her shoulders and just be like, your father was whatever he was. If he wanted to, he could have stopped anything that was going to happen. I hate to put that weight out there, but we already know he was a terrible person. He could have stopped it. It's his fault. Everything is his fault. And nothing is your fault. I know this is a heavy thing to put on you. And again, I will go with you if you need someone, or you can take Koshano or Norbog if you'd rather, whoever. But I wanted to give you the option because this is why I do what I do. And there's a little small smile. These are the moments that I became a necromancer for. This is why I pursued it so avidly, to try to resurrect people, which I can't do yet. I'm sorry. But I can let people talk to people. So there you go. You can do that now.
Even though there were moments where we could have talked sooner, when we kind of knew each other, I'm glad overall how late it was. I got to be a friend, Penn. You're too kind and thoughtful, and I need to do better.
You do just fine. Everybody puts a lot of weight on themselves right now, and I'm gonna be hypocritical, but I think we're all doing just fine.
Actually, I do have something, and I'm gonna go into my pouch or whatever, and there's like some rustling. I'm probably putting things on the table or whatever. You see some weird junk that's sitting
A lot
there.
of empty wine bottles.
Lints,
a lot of things
stuff.
piling up.
Corks and stuff. And eventually I get to this scroll or something. Not a scroll, it was I think it was a vial or something that I pull out and I give to Penn and be like, here, I got this after setting up this two old couple together. Well, me and Jabata. And it was a gift that whenever we are in trouble and need to get out of the situation, which tends to be your case quite a bit actually, that you just not drink it. I asked, you don't drink it, but you just throw it in the ground and it's supposed to get you out of it, out of the situation.
Wait, you're the one that like got almost killed. I was like still up and going, which by the way, do you want help with that? And I plop my book open and it's a page that just says keep them safe and it's got my name at the top. If you sign here, it's the life insurance policy. If you sign here, once any one of us who is signed on this page would go down and be in danger of dying, my patron will keep you safe. There are no strings attached. This is not an agreement of any kind. It's just saying that you will allow that care to be taken of you. That's why I didn't die when we both should have died. Should have is a strong word.
I think I was just, it was a nap. I was taking a quick rest.
Yeah, man.
Okay? I was going to give that asshole a big ol' whooping, okay? It was just, I was caught by surprise. Where's your quill?
Yeah, and I'll pull the quill I keep in my hat out and hand it to her. And I'm saying, I know, and you would have, and we would have, and I'm sorry it happened in the first place. And we'll do better.
And she signs it. Yeah, no, it was just the warm-up part. And she dots it and signs the I with a heart on it. And then a little line underneath goes 2 dashes. A little high school signature, you guys, we used to do back then, you know?
I imagine
Best wishes, have a great summer, Lilith.
I imagine it takes half the page up, and I'm like, let's just have room for other people, but that's fine. Yeah,
so
look, it's fine.
Right. Anyways, take it, and I shove it in. Like, I just grab your hand, pry it open if you're not like opening it yourself, and just like slam it in there and be like, okay.
All right, I'll take it. I'll stay safe. Neither of us are allowed to die. I get it.
Right, and no marching towards trouble.
Well, if I will always march toward trouble.
Then I'll follow right behind.
That's all we can ask. We're gonna die one day. You and I, we're going to die. And it's probably gonna be from something real stupid. But I'm okay with that. I've accepted it.
I don't know, I might have to have an insurance policy on my story if I die in a stupid way to make it great, because bards have a reputation, you know?
Being
Look,
a lich
stories
sounds real cool. I'm just saying.
What
Being
does?
a good lich. Being a lich.
Being
Not
a
like
lich?
your dad.
Wasn't
Was
I
your dad
one
a
step
lich?
close to that?
You were close. You were
I was
real
close. Right.
You were close.
I felt something itching in my hand.
So-
I felt like I wanted to burn something.
While you guys are settling up this conversation, it's actually Angelo that gets approached by Puck. Hey, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna leave. Just wanted to let you know what's happening with me.
Something's telling me I'm not allowed to let you leave.
I'm powerless now. There's nothing I can do. Lilith sorted her thing out. She doesn't need an advisor anymore. But I've been talking with Misty, and she thinks she knows where to find Zelos. And I need to find him.
I'm gonna send a sending to Koshano first. Koshano, if you can hear this,
Okay.
Puck
so-
wants to go find Zelos, and I don't know if I'm supposed to let him leave.
He wants to go find. Could you put him on the stone for me, please?
I mean, I was using my spell. I don't have a stone.
That's You hear that back, and then he's like, "Oh, fuck! Right." He's just so used to. All right.
Just comes sprinting down the hall.
He sends a sending to you. Where are you?
Where am I, Puck?
We'll say you're like in the grounds of the village, like talking to people, and this is where Puck has approached you.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll be right there. Have him hold tight. I just want to talk. And
Puck, please stay here.
Yeah, all right.
yeah, he shows up there as fast as he can, and just comes charging right up. Excuse me. The fuck? You have no powers, neither does Misty. I don't know what do you think you're going to do.
Yeah, what he said.
Gonna find him.
And then,
I'm gonna see if I can help him.
how would you possibly help him?
I don't know. I'll figure. I'm a very crafty, sprightly person. I
mean,
I'm
you
a
realize,
good
like, a
thinker,
large...
and
Koshano,
I'll give
isn't
you all
Zelos a
that.
bad guy or something?
Honestly, I don't think so. That's a long conversation. The important thing, regardless of how you feel about him personally, is that he's at this point kind of a weapon. And he's sort of being siphoned off by something real.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous, Puck. You
fucked
don't really
up.
want to die, do you?
there's a lot of horrors unfolding in the world. Maybe I've seen enough, but I need to do something.
Well, how can
Where's
we...
Misty?
Is there any straightforward way of getting your power back?
We could try to get it back from the thing that took it.
Which was... Dark
Whatever
Misty?
is piloting the original version of Misty Moon around
Yeah.
now.
I
Where's
mean,
Misty now?
it's...
She's over in the tavern. She's trying her hand at singing a few songs.
I'm just concerned that it's really... You're a liability at this point. You've had your powers so
Koshano.
long. Yeah. You had your powers so long, right? And now you don't. So you're gonna be borderline useless, especially against a threat like that, right? And you now know a lot about what we're working at and what's going on from this side of things.
Look, I
I'm
don't
just-
know anything else about what you're working at. You guys are in an island with Lilith's family, whatever. Like, it's...
Do me this courtesy. Wait. Give it one more day. so that I can figure out whether or not we're coming with you. But obviously I've got to talk to everyone else before we...
All right. I'll give it another day.
Thank you.
We'll find you. Don't leave.
Of course.
I
I wouldn't dream of it. I need to find somebody to pay for passage. Your ship is in the ocean somewhere.
Yeah. Yes, go please inform Misty of the change in plans.
I'll let her know. She'll be happy. She's becoming quite the talented singer out there.
Lovely. Thank you for calling me, Angelo. Yeah, I gotta go wrap something up. Between the last conversation he had with Angelo and it fucking like that hit, he's like, shit, I'm going to, this is gonna be like the Academy but bigger. I'm going to accidentally put myself into a position of responsibility. So I go straight to the Prime Minister from there, and is this someone we can talk privately?
Of course. I've set up a small office in one of the old guard rooms.
Outstanding. And when we get in there, he will shut the door behind him. You've probably noticed I've taken quite an interest in this process.
Yes.
Possibly even asked yourself, why? Why should I
assumed you were
care?
just into that kind of thing.
Well, unfortunately, I kind of am. But, I don't generally try to make a habit of getting this involved in politics. Concerned with. I have no stake here, frankly. And he draws out his weapon just sort of idly and pulls out the mace and kind of looks at it. You know the strangest thing about saving the world? And he puts it away. And he pulls it back out and it's a sword.
Yeah.
The problem is you save the world and you think you're done, right? But you're never really done. And he puts it back in the scabbard and he pulls out a revolver. Oh, hey, you ever seen one of these?
That's a new one.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Perhaps I can show you how it works sometimes. Anyways, my point is it gets kind of old. You save a place, you liberate them from a corrupt dictatorship, right? And then how much time passes before a new one takes its place? I don't want to see that happen here. Because I'm sick of having to resave the same people. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Of course.
So I want to be sure that whoever kind of oversees this process doesn't tip it in their own favor. You can understand that, right?
Of course. Mr. Koshano, say I'm Prime Minister for the next 8 years, maximum. Say throughout that time, there are many elections. Maybe I win some, maybe I don't. Short time after that, a few years, 10, 20, I will likely die. And someone that neither of us knows about will come into power. And it may not take that long. It may happen while I am still alive. It may happen while you are still alive. Can I say with certainty that Vardelstad will never need saving again? I have no idea. No one.
So you do understand?
I do.
Good. Because my personal interest is less in when something goes wrong here and more about it becoming my problem when it does. So hopefully, let's say you're elected Prime Minister once more. You're more or less in charge of this place. You do your term, and you let it go. You don't try to cling on to life well past the natural points. You don't become an evil lich overlord. And nobody else does either. That would be ideal, but what's really important is that when things go to shit, it doesn't become Lilith's problem.
I understand.
And at this point, I'm like leaning over him in his face, and I'm kind of gesturing with the revolver in a very not gun-safe manner. I want to make sure you completely understand. Whatever happens here must not be Lilith's problem. This place has been her baggage for her entire life. I want to be certain that any time she asks for news from the place she liberated and then freed herself from, that it's always good news. Because if it's not, please understand, sir, if it's not, the entire wrath of the Avalon Knights Academy will come down on you. And we're the B team. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then I leave this process in your hands. And I clap him on the shoulder and leave.
Very well. So, while Koshano's threatening heads of state, on Lilith's behalf, in the kindest way possible, Norbog, you've spent your time going over charts, kind of divorced from the goings-on of everyone else
I'm
around.
far away from here in my mind already.
Yeah,
I've already left.
You're already gone. Is there a particular place that you're going to take care of these things or do these things?
Ooh, I assume if there's a library, I'm checking out if they have any different charts, any new star maps, particularly if they're pointing north.
There are a couple libraries with charts and star maps, and a few of them do point north. A couple of various details. Some show islands that no longer seem to exist. Some are quite a bit older. And you can tell there's been a bit of shift because they're unfamiliar to the current night sky.
I'll start copying down any maps. I have the little mechanical star map that I believe Gearstrip made me, and tinkering with that and adding in any little new constellations I find to just fill in the night sky of a land that hasn't really been looked at for a very long time.
All right. And while you go over this process, you do feel like kind of a questioning feeling from your weapon, from your thicket.
I'll scoot to a corner of the library and take it out. And not here, it's in public. What are you doing?
I was excited. Are we going on another adventure? Where are we headed?
Yeah, we're headed north. I mean, as soon as we wrap up here, whenever we're allowed to leave. I helped Lilith, I helped Penn, helped Koshano and Calimport. Angelo hasn't asked for help, and at this point I'd probably say no because I'm already done. I'm done. We get to go.
We get to go. Where is our destination?
I don't know if it has a name, but far, far north, farther north than the stars seem to show. But there's someone up there. Somebody had to make the map to begin with. And I got a ship, and I'm a captain now. Just gotta hire a crew.
This is exciting. Who will we hire for a crew?
I mean, I don't want to steal anyone from the academy, but if anybody from the academy wants to come, there's good people. I wouldn't say no to any of them, but there's not a lack of bugbears looking for new homes and goblins and kobolds who need some purpose. There's always war bands who, well, need disbanded. Just find whoever wants to come.
There are bugbears on this island.
I think so.
I can feel them.
Where?
There are some in town.
I'm like already packing up and going in town then. Like, especially since I haven't really talked to many people. Everybody seems busy and in their own heads, and like I'm excited. Like, partially of why I've been avoiding people is everyone is kind of schmoopy, and I am decidedly not.
You're like ready to go.
I'm so ready to go. Like, it's taking all of my effort not to pop into the political meetings and be like, when are we going home?
So, as you gather your things and head out to town, excitedly looking for these bugbears that your weapon can lead you to, your weapon does ask one more question in your mind. Where is our ship?
I sent it out under the ocean to stay safe so that it wouldn't get attacked in the rebellion.
Meanwhile, out in the ocean, on a chain of islands off the coast of the Sword Coast, the Serpent Scale Alliance has a group of several outposts. The group is commanded by one Azko, a man that stubbornly refuses to die, no matter how many different ways that you kill him. And in the ocean off the coast of these outposts, the Friendship rises from the waves. There is a crew aboard the Friendship. A bugbear, 2 humans, a tiefling, and a half-orc.
Fucking enemy ship.
And they ready the weapons, and they ready a massive golden cannon that they recently acquired from the Quill Point Islands. And they fire on the Serpent Scale Alliance outposts. There is a massive burst of sunlight, incinerating ships, people, and cargo. And then again, and again, decimating 4 outposts in this chain of islands. And the flag of the Avalon Knights Academy rises on the ship. And it waits there off the coast for a brief moment. Long enough to be seen through spyglasses and magical seeing. And out in the ocean, Archie whispers, "All right, Friendship, you can head back to port." And we're going to take our break right there.
Wait, can I ask Penn one important question before break? Over 2 cups of milk, I put one down, put another one down next to me and him. Really important question for honesty. Which Lilith did you like better?
Great.
What a
That's the
great
answer.
question. We're going to take a little break right there.
We'll be back in 15 minutes.
I'm playing Ludima Razorclaw, an anthropheline wizard who plays a magical harp.
Okay, but that's an elf.
Hey kids, are you tired of those boring old standard miniatures?
Where's that voice coming from?
It's not important. You can't defeat epic foes with normal heroes. You need custom heroes. And you can get all the custom heroes you need any way you want them at Hero Forge. Dash.
You hear that too, right?
Yeah, what is that?
Shut up, it's not important. What is important is that with the launch of Hero Forge 2.0 update, you have more customization options than ever. And now you can get them printed in full color.
It's just like I designed it!
Just log into HeroForge.com anytime, any place, even on your phone. You can make your heroes whatever you want them to be. Dozens of fantasy species, thousands of items to mix and match. Let you create virtually any character you can imagine.
An elephant man!
Wow, look, frog folk!
I made a giggle dog!
They even have robots!
A bald eagle riding a wolf carrying flamethrowers! So much freedom!
You can have your minis printed in a wide variety of quality materials, or download the STL file and print them at home. Oh, and did we mention that you can create custom images for your heroes and digital tokens for online games?
Wow, those Hero Forge minis sound great!
You bet they are. Get your Hero Forge miniatures today. After all, you're gonna need them for what comes next.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Get your Hero Forge minis today.
You know what? There's probably a platform out there where we could pretty simply, there's got to be something open source for creating fighting games, right? We can make a Mercs of Mischief fighting game.
Look, we gotta come up with special moves. You can't just say it's a fighting game.
Well, all the special moves are built in. We just have to rip off all of WotC's IP.
I picture that Grubhub in the Forgotten Realms is delivered by a literal grub. And when you close the door, it hops up on two legs and dashes away.
Hooves Hub.
I don't
know what's better, the name or the silence that came immediately afterwards.
I was thinking
come up to your
fleet
window?
eat. Can you imagine an army delivering one like taco to your door?
I think that the Academy should corner the gig economy here.
I think it's
Let's do
Dimension DoorDash.
Dimension DoorDash?
Braden, we can't hear you.
I think he said, "God damn it."
That seems like a very Braden.
Now he's flailing about, even though we still can't hear
He's
him.
entering problem-solving mode.
He's cussing out something. Like, man, that was so easy.
I like when you like steal like a shitty truck from like some farm people.
Like
Fucking every cop in the county comes after you guys.
Vincent,
Break out of a hospital. It's just like, well, I went over the bridge. They're gone now.
Like, seriously, Uzak, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is like the fucking easiest shit. You have been programming Monopoly games since 1992. Alright? This isn't difficult. How did you fucking whiff this so bad? No, like, this is fucking inexcusable. In fucking 2010.
Still frozen on my side. I'm playing with a bunch of fucking ghosts, and nobody can complete this auction. I'm looking at a fucking empty auction screen. This is all fucking Ubisoft's fault. You fucking shit the bed so bad on a game that was mastered before the fucking Great Depression. Holy shit!
Ow, God, I can't breathe.
The code. It ain't over yet. I've played my Silver Flame Ritual card, which places a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. And if I play it with the Adamant cost, if at least 3 white mana was used to cast the spell, all of the creatures gain Vigilance as well, giving my token knight +1/+1 in Vigilance, along with both of my Basari lieutenants and my youthful knight. I'm doing the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I place into play my Silverwing Squadron, a flying human knight. It has Vigilance, so it does not need to tap to attack. When the Silverwing Squadron's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures I control, Silverwing Squadron, whenever it attacks, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance, equal to the number of opponents I have. And that's you, Kaima!
Party pillows don't have to be weird.
They don't.
I know. They can be very weird. That's why I said they don't have to be.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're using a skeleton as a pillow, Skylar, what are you doing?
It's a pill. It's a what?
It's a pile of bones. It's not a pillow.
It's a friend.
It is calcium at best.
Ambush! Push!
No, please.
Ambush! Push!
Hey.
What are you doing?
You stop.
Why don't I wear clothes?
Hello, who would like really hard mozzarella stick? I found them on the table.
This wooden plank, you idiot.
This mozzarella stick is good for you.
Oh, I touch. Let me touch your face.
Caress me, sir.
I'm trying to, but your face is too far.
I spilled bodies everywhere. But I do know the solution. There's a business called Penn's Catering. Feeding hellspawn and getting bodies gone. Feeling swole.
Okay, I killed their healer. Good puppy. Good puppy. Oh,
Yes.
you need to ride this out to its final tragedy. Like
Guys,
rest of us.
I've been talking to this dog for a while, and he's got some good ideas.
I have a technical
'cause-
question. How short is that T-shirt?
It's a crop top.
You.
It's a crop top. It's not lewd. I'm sorry my midriff is there. Don't shame me.
Are you a fucking roller derby chick in 1960s California? Why do you have a crop top?
Or alternatively, are you a volleyball dude in 1980s California?
Roll the dice if you dare. Let's go and find, protect, persuade, deceive. Let your party run free. You can't take back your choice in the ending. So go on and work together. Family of strangers. Help to get This is your time. It's your story to tell. Enter the world a mercenary. Mischief, mischief, mischief.
Brother McAllister's one of a kind. He used his great powers his friends for to find. Though him they abandoned, perhaps they would change. For McAllister's powers were now quite insane. He found them in a lair of undead. Their state far worse than he could e'er dread. Changed all to whites and zombies and wraiths. With tears in his eyes he summoned his fate. Barrier blades around him did fly, whipping off heads and carving out eyes. So the wizard, the fighter, the ringer, the bard, who once thought his teachings were simply too hard. Listen, my friends, the truth I do tell. I've been to Gehenna and Hades and Hell. Pay the lip service your cleric to keep, or you will soon find far more reasons to weep. For clerics are zealotous men, who need you far less than you need them. So get over yourselves and pray and kneel down. Would you die with a smile or live with a frown? For Brother McAllister knows that life with a cleric may often blow the wind from your sails of sin and delight. But it's better than being a zombie or white. A cleric of power is great in a fight, though life with a cleric may certainly bite. Like winter's deep chill on a frost-laden night. Don't worry, the end of the song is in sight. Do 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 do. party. Not the kind with champagne or song. All of us brave adventurers, but now they're all dead and gone. We went forth in search of great treasure, amidst some ruins so old. We slew many goblins and spiders and rats, and moved to the donjon below. Oh, we were so brave and confident, no monster could hinder our pace, till we met with a dragon so black, so vile, who soon put us into our place. La, 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 my friends are all dead and gone. La, 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 eaten by a big black dragon. First the black dragon glared at our fighter, and spewed forth his acid so vile. His body did sizzle and burn and melt to a puddle of flesh, blood, and bile. Our cleric then prayed and moved forward to challenge the dragon in haste. The black beast tore off his armor and shield, and chewed off his still screaming face. La, 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 my friends are all dead and gone. La, 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 eaten by a big black dragon. A barbarian, frenzied and fearless, he cried forth his battle cry. Our sorcerer ne'er did cease casting his spells. I watched them both suffer and die. 'Twas over in less than a minute, 10 rounds, by acid, by claw, tooth, and tail. By the time I struck at the mighty black fiend, all of our efforts had failed. La, 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 my friends are all dead and gone. La, 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 eaten by a big black dragon. I fled with my loot and my life to sing forth this lamentation for Jack McAllister, Martin and Tom, with friends to their mutilation. I spend my days drinking in sorrow, with acid-stained gold coins I pay. Let us never forget the party that died against the black dragon that day. La, 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 my friends are all dead and gone. La, 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 eaten by a big black dragon. A sorcerer who found his powers early on, blew up his family with a fireball. From that,
All right, welcome back. Hope you got a little rest after that emotionally charged first half, but now it looks like the world's going to shit once again. So let's see how that affects our players, but first let's take a moment to meet them. Puck?
Hello. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Welcome back to
happy
the
Mom's-
Mercenaries of Mischief. Happy Mom's Day. Be sure to call your mom and also us, because we're... Anyways. We're your mom now. No.
Your mom.
We are mom.
We love and support you and believe in you.
Look, we love and support you. We're glad of the steps that you're taking in your life, and we're proud of where you're going, and we just want to make sure you're eating and you're okay. And anyways, welcome back to Mercenaries of Mischief. I'm a very lucky dungeon master. I get to play with all these cool people here, and I like to take this moment in the middle of everything to get them to tell you about the things they got going on. And let's talk with the star of the new D&D podcast exclusive on our Patreon. This is Koshano.
Oh, I mean, I'm hardly the star, I'm just one player in a great ensemble cast. We got, I don't know if you guys know Harold. He's known sometimes as the Lore Keeper. He's known on TikTok as Blackthorn Apothecary. Just a fantastic role player, bringing real lot of character depth to the show. A whole lot of fun. He and I, we get good banter, good foils going on with our characters. It's a great classic buddy cop comedy. And, you can't overlook the power of a great dungeon master. I mean, that's why you guys come to this show, right? But, like, you guys know Dead Aussie Gamer, great dungeon master who we've had on the channel, run shows before, we've played with. Just all-around awesome guy. He's running that show. So if you want the sneak peek at the 2 prologue episodes to sort of meet our characters and meet our town of Eberhard, join our Patreon. Patrons can see those right now. So join at any tier, and you can give those a listen, get that exclusive access. We got it. It's being populated up with the trailer on the different platforms, and in a couple weeks, it will be time to launch for real. So very excited about that. Be sure to keep your ear to the ground. Make sure you're following us in Discord, follow us on Twitter to make sure you catch all the news so that you can subscribe right away and help us get those downloads and leave a great review. All the things that make a podcast blow up. We would really, really love that. That'd be great. All I got this week.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Next up, Angelo. Tell us what you got going on.
Hey everybody, I'm Saber. And thanks to the new audience members we got in the chat. Such kind words. Appreciate you. I am an artist. I do Instagram at Saber_sensei is where you'll find my work, and do some other online things through some other channels, and would love to chat with you more on Discord. So that's me.
Thank you so much. What about you? Any news on your secret project?
No updates. No.
Okay, never mind.
Thanks for checking
What do you
in,
got
though.
going on?
Hi, I'm Arcady. You can find me hanging out on my Twitter, which is Arcady Koshka. I got nothing going on this month. It's crickets for me. But yeah, I'm hanging out doing this, and hopefully in the next several months, more things will pick up. It's just hectic real life.
Stay tuned for exciting developments
that are so far down the line, it's not worth talking about or even hinting about.
Exactly. So who knows what the future may hold?
But it will, so you should follow me now.
Magic powers
are happening. And just hang out with me and my cat for the moment, because that's pretty good too.
That's pretty great. Hanging out with cats is one of our favorite. Everyone loves to do that. That's Ben, what do you got going on?
Hi, it's me, Noctum Sky. I have returned from my long, would egress be the correct word? But I wasn't on YouTube for a minute. And I am back. Yep, I am back. So I did post a video last week. It's gonna be slow going to get back into the swing of things. I'm probably only gonna do one a week just to get back to it. But they are coming out. We started The Wine. It's not a great horror game, but it's okay. So go check it out. There's some weird stuff.
How's that for a box blurb?
Right? I mean,
it's not a great horror game, but whatever.
Hey, the thumbnail, Mwah. The thumbnail I made was great. The editing also pretty good on my part. But so go check that out if you want to see like a better series and arguably like I don't want to shit on the game. It was an okay game, but a game I liked more. You should go watch Sucker for Love. That actually might be my favorite series I've ever done and that I'm the most proud of. So go check that out. I'm getting real thirsty for Eldritch Gods. So there you go. That's me.
All right then.
Poppy Chapter 2 is out if you want to cover that one.
I know. I wanted to watch you stream it the other night, and I was like, I can't because I gotta play.
I actually did it. My little nephew did it. So.
Speaking of Lilith, what have you been up to?
Hi. Okay. I'm Lilith, Dipper Dog here, and I am a video game streamer who occasionally does art streams and occasionally does. What else do I do?
I don't know, stuff.
You play
talk.
Amori.
You do art. You play video games. You play dating simulators.
I need to get back on that one. Actually,
You playing another game, tabletop game?
Yeah.
You animate stuff.
Oh.
Are you still doing that podcast?
Oh yeah. Okay. Variety streamer here. Hello. I can't stay in a lane. If you guys enjoy Lilith, I'm actually not that different. I think I inserted a little too much of my personality in her. So if you want to come hang out with me, I've got Discord, I've got live streams, and I'll interact with you one-on-one. I might pick on you because I got big auntie vibes. I don't know. And occasionally, Omori is going to be a game that's coming back. And Sky is joining for those moments. I'm so happy. We just got through Sweetheart's Castle. So beautiful. What a wonderful, wonderful moment. And now we're at a very dark time. It's a very, very dark time right now. Yeah, all fun and colors. Now it's just really dreary. But super curious. That's the juicy bits. Other than that, I'm known for playing Final Fantasy. I'm very passionate about that, and I will, die on a hill for the facts that I looked out for. And people tell me, if you want to try and come into my stream and argue with me, no, it's open-ended, I will argue right back with facts. It is not open-ended if a creator has said it's this. Okay? If they didn't answer it, that's open-ended.
Yes. I concur.
Anyways, next Final Fantasy should probably be the original one. I haven't played that at all, so Pixel Remastered. Yay! I'm done.
Excellent. Thank you.
Roll for damage. Thursdays at 9 Eastern Standard Time Central. I'm done now. I'm there. I'm not just.
I don't know what I do. Everybody proceeds to explain all of the things that Dipper does.
I got around somehow.
Hey, folks. Let me tell you about Hero Forge. There's a company out there. It's called Hero Forge. And say you have a creature in your mind, a character, a being. You can go to this digital crucible, this beautiful place called Hero Forge, and you can birth your mental creature baby into the Hero Forge using the creature customizer. I'm sorry, just watching everybody's reaction. Hero Forge is a custom miniature service that all of you can access any time of day. You can go in there and build any kind of miniature you want. They've got hundreds of combinations, thousands of combinations, all different races, equipments, gear.
You were doing great. But I do have to correct one thing. Millions of combinations, my friend.
Oh,
You're working with
millions of combinations.
Dozens of different fantasy races and species, thousands of different items. The items can be placed The same items that you can have in the hands can now be placed as side items. You can layer out the clothing and add in all of the color combinations, which are basically infinite because you can paint this thing in such a way, and they print it on a 3D printer that prints in full color in over 10 million colors. So if you really mathed it all out, it's virtually infinite the number of combinations you can make. Virtually, not literally, but in the trillions, definitely.
All of the things.
You could make
And-
Hero Forge characters for the rest of your life and never accidentally make the same character twice.
And what a life it would be. And I recommend it. I would do it if I had the time, but I got to make this show.
And if you don't like painting, or you have trouble with painting, or you just don't have the time, for whatever reason, painting is not an option for you, no painting necessary on the full color printed minis. They come out of the box, beautiful, ready to go, straight at the tabletop, and you can save 10% on all of those if you use our code MERCS at checkout. 10% off full colored minis through July 1st. Check it out.
So use that code MERCS at heroforge.com and tell them Mercs sent you. Tell them your mom sent you.
I really thought you were going to be like, if we're your mom, then Hero Forge is your other parent. Grandpa. Grandpa Hero Forge, can you tell me more about, I don't know,
making miniatures. Anyways, I'm Puck. I'm the Dungeon Master. I make stuff. Hey, if you ever wonder about kobolds, there's 3 different kinds of common kobolds. There's the scaly boys, there's the dog boys, and there's the rodent folk. Where did they come from? Where did they go? Where did they come from? Cotton Eye Joe. I have the answer to these questions and more. Kobold Joe! Fuck!
Look, there's still time to put that in the video.
That's so good! Son of a bitch!
Re-record the intro.
Perfect. All right. Anyways, that video's finally done. I just got to put my kicking intro on it and a little bit of a preamble. That should come out this week, so you're going to want to look for that on my channel, Puck in Talk, where you can see me occasionally world building. The world building streams are coming back eventually. I apologize, things are crazy. You can see me talking about all kinds of weird stuff. I was thinking about doing some more Marvel movies stuff and movie stuff because people seem to like my Ghostbusters video. But I got a lot of D&D. I got 3 D&D videos in the chamber. Cobalt's is the first one. Then I got 2 more I've been thinking about. So you're going to want to check those out. I have some thoughts. I had some thoughts about how people play sorcerers, and people seem to like that one really well. Maybe we're playing sorcerers wrong. And if you want to know how to play them right, you can go check out my video at Puck in Talk. Thank you. Where are your mom and grandpa is? We went down the rabbit hole a little bit. All right, back into it. When last we left our heroes. That's not the music. This is the music. Sad times. So, our heroes are on the island of Vardelstad, the home kingdom of Lilith Singer. Long after, well, a few days after, the death of her father. And they're each of them sorting out what they're going to be doing for the next stage of their life. Puck has expressed his desire to go find Lord Zelos, a man who has plagued the Academy on multiple occasions. Has he done anything really bad? It's a matter of philosophers. But some people don't like him very much. But he is in a catatonic state, possibly being used as a kind of arcane battery. And Puck wants to go save him. But the party doesn't know is that while they've been resting on the island, their ship has been up to some things. Unbeknownst to them. What specifically? I guess we'll find out with time. So, Norbog is running off to the town to go see the other bugbears that might be here. Koshano is trying to sort out if they are leaving soon. He has cleaned up the getting too much into government building and just decided, you know what, I'm gonna walk away from this and just threaten a guy and make sure it gets okay. Which isn't the worst call. Like, is this like I'm on board with it. Angelo is watching Puck. Penn is talking with Lilith.
I should have busted out the Copper Lord mask. Add some fucking pomp and circumstance.
Oh, you just
Need a
put it
symbol
on,
of
get
fear.
real close. You should look at my face. Say my name.
A symbol.
So, Norbog, you make your way into town, and the Heartsthorn Thicket, and the being, this kind of living essence that exists within it.
It's Serval. Can we just call it Serval?
Let's just call it Serval.
Yeah.
Serval is directing you towards one of the taverns.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'm all about it.
I deserve a drink.
And you get to the tavern. You can see it's actually quite full. There's a lot of people there. Misty Moon is actually up on stage. She's singing a song, and people rather seem to be enjoying it. And there's a lot of people having drinks and kind of partying and enjoying themselves. And you can see there are a couple of bugbears wearing sailors' clothes gathered in a group.
That sounds
There are
promising.
3 of them.
Before I approach them, I'd like to drop a magical awareness to get 60 feet in a circle of any magical artifacts or spells. Especially interested in Misty still, because I don't
There
trust her.
are 2 wizards here. There is the faintest magic in Misty's singing, but appears to be very weak.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna write that down. Because last time I checked, she had nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Any magical items that I can sense on people?
There are 3 wizards in the room, and each one of them seems to have a spell book, and 2 of them are carrying small magical items in their pockets, but you're uncertain as what they are.
Okay. Doesn't seem too unusual. Do the bugbear sailors seem approachable?
They seem all right. It's 3 guys, and they're just kind of like hanging out, having drinks.
Great. I'm gonna attempt to go talk to strangers, which is not my forte. Hi, hey guys, do you need another round?
Are you buying rounds?
For you guys, yeah.
All right. Bugbear we could get along with.
Did not get along with other bugbears?
Well, it depends on whether or not they come to offer us drinks first.
What you guys doing in town? Doesn't seem kind of like a bugbear place. Seems mostly demons and devils, at least until recently.
Well, Terra, Gugog, and I were part of a pirate crew. And we got swept up in the midst of whatever was going on here. We were released after the rebellion. But our captain never come back for us.
Fancy that! I happen to be a captain, and I will pull out the disguise hat and change nothing about my appearance except the disguise hat's appearance and
like
change it into
captain
like
hat.
a wonderful, obnoxious captain hat. And I think I have a journey planned that if you're looking to get hired on to a legitimate non-pirate crew, maybe could exchange some information.
You're hiring bugbears for a legitimate crew?
I am a bugbear, and I have a legitimate crew, so I don't see why not.
And they kind of like eyeing each other like, you serious? Like, there's this kind of looking back and forth between everybody.
Well, if you got a ship, all right. What's your name, stranger?
I'm Norbog the Fear Eater. And I stick out my giant hand and give him a shake.
I'm Strag.
Nice to meet you, Strag.
Nice to meet you too, and that's Terog and that's Ugog.
Good names. I like names that end in og. Is it traditional?
Man, I don't know.
I know, right?
So, you're a captain of like a legitimate ship.
I mean, yeah, not super experienced. It's kind of new, but if you're willing to take a chance.
What is your ship? Are you like a merchant? Are you a mercenary? What does your ship do?
We're kind of mercenaries, but mostly we've just been kind of sailing around solving some of my friends' problems lately. But hey, we kind of cleared that up with the whole rebellion thing, and gonna have some free time on my hands, so it's kind of an adventuring party.
Bugbear adventurers. All right. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Hey, look, you're serious. We're willing to come on board.
I am, and I will jot down the Academy's address because I'm probably not gonna, leave from here. I'm probably gonna head back home first and supply up, hire the rest of my crew. But if you make your way to the Academy, they'll give you shelter. You can tell Headmistress Gilbetta that I sent you and you're waiting for me, and we'll head out from there.
All right. It's all right if we see your ship before you go. The boys and I are a little bit concerned about signing on with anybody new. We want to know you're on the level.
Yeah, that makes sense. It'll take me a minute to call it back to shore because, guys, it's a magical ship.
All right.
I did not get the reaction I was hoping for, but I'm still excited.
They're like,
believe me.
Is she crazy? Like, they don't. This seems so bizarre to them. Like,
Me too, guys. Me too. I mean, yeah, we can make our way to the docks, and I can call it back. Things seem pretty safe now.
Oh, all right. Let's go take a look.
Do we know how to call the friendship back?
That's a great question.
I told it to go away and then come back when it's done, so we're kind of done.
All right. So they follow you out to the dock. So do you is there a word or how does
it
this work?
slightly has a mind of its own. Hey, friendship. Can I do its name in Auckland? And my camera just froze.
Nope. right in the middle of your call. You call out to the friendship. And after a little bit of time, there's this kind of growing wake in the water that comes up like something's moving quickly underneath it. And the ship rises up, the water dripping off of it from the sides, and pulls into port to the awe of the three bugbears looking on.
Told you it was magical.
You were serious?
Yeah. I don't lie. I'm really bad at it.
Okay. Captain, we'd be happy to join your crew.
Great. Yeah, I'm planning on wrapping up here with my friends, and then I'll make my way back to the academy, and I'll meet you there.
Were you in a fight? And he points to the friendship. And now that it's up out of the waves, you can see there are some scorch marks along the side of it. And there are actually several arrow shafts sticking out of the ship in various places.
I don't speak Aquan. There's no one here that speaks Aquan. Is there anything that... I don't think I can do anything to it. Did you get in a fight? I say in common to it. See if it answers. Does it speak anything besides Aquan?
No.
I'm gonna have to learn Aquan between now and leaving. Can I try speak with animals on it? It's not an animal though.
No, it's a water elemental.
Put a pin on that until I can get a bard who can cast some magic and use Awaken Mind. And put a just little pin on that because I know I fixed this ship. However, it's not too crazy suspicious because we were just in a fight and we did send the boat away to not get attacked. So it could potentially have gotten dinged.
All right. Well, so we're supposed to meet you at this place, and then we'll set out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good place. It's nearby town, Copper City. It's not too far from Waterdeep, too. So if you end up waiting a little bit, there's things to do. There's jobs for hire. It's a good community. And
nobody's going to swing swords at us or anything, right?
Oh, no, my dad is the main head of the guard there. I mean, they won't swing swords unless you swing swords.
Your dad's a bugbear, right?
Yeah. Here, show them this, and I will druidcraft on my Heartsthorn Thicket a white daisy, because I know that will make my dad realize that I sent them.
Oh.
Show them that at the gate and tell them I sent you.
This place sounds great. We should have heard about this sooner. All right, boys. Let's go get ourselves a transport. Looks like we got a new job.
Yeah, I'm very proud of myself that I'm doing this captaining thing real good.
We'll see you in port, Captain Norbog.
Thank you. Great.
Does this all happen in the same tavern that I'm in?
Yeah. I imagine you see this unfold.
I'm not eavesdropping, but I definitely saw the hat situation and these bugbears. I'm gonna roll insight for what I could infer before I approach. It's a 10, average little
Norbog is talking to bugbears.
with a cool hat.
With a cool hat.
Feels a little more for a 10. That feels like very low.
You get the impression that Norbog may be doing captain things.
Okay, well that's not unusual. She is the captain. I'm gonna still keep an eye on Misty and Puck, but kind of shuffle over. Hey Norbog, what you doing?
Yeah, after I meet up with the bugbears and show them the ship,
Yeah.
I'll leave the ship in port if it's safe, and
for
come
sure.
back to the tavern for a drink. And
all right.
Hi, Angelo.
Hey, what you doing? Cool
Oh.
hat.
Oh, thank you. Tip it to Angelo. Just making some new contacts.
New contacts in what way?
Helping to crew up a ship for when I leave.
When you leave, singular?
I mean, it could be plural if you want. You can come too, but singular is all I'm counting on right now.
You splitting the party?
It's already splitting.
Wait, what?
Gilbetta's not here. Penn is half lost already. Lilith and Koshano are probably gonna go do something together.
Legitimately had no connection to this split at all. Like letting it sink in, I looked dejected and lost myself.
Angela, people come and go a lot. It doesn't mean you split permanently. It's just sometimes your paths are different paths.
Yeah, but this group's been together forever. I know I'm new, but like, what? What?
I just think it's time to do something different. I don't...
Where are you gonna go?
North.
Do the others know?
I think Penn knows. The others might put it together. It's not exactly a secret. I mean, once we're done here, what even is there to do next?
Well, you tell me, what's north?
I found this map, and I'll excitedly pull out the map. And a really old bugbear gave it to me a little while ago. And I think it's the homeland of all bugbears. We didn't just appear out of nowhere in scattered warbands. That doesn't make sense. We had to come from somewhere. And I think we came from north, which kind of makes sense. We're super fluffy. Gotta keep us warm.
That's so cool. Is that why you're talking to those other bugbears? You're gonna go home?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not sure it's home. I don't know if someplace you've never been can be a home. But
Definitely.
it has some answers.
Home is where you find connection and socialization and love, which I think might be why I'm hurting now. I don't want you to go.
You can come with if you want then.
But then I lose the other parts of my home.
But it's still with you. You don't lose it. If home isn't a place exactly, you carry it with you.
Okay, let's say whatever that word is, hypothetically, that
hypothetically,
that one. That I go with, I think that I go with you, but then I'm just this not bugbear amongst all of these bugbears.
Not necessarily. I mean, there's some people at the academy I was thinking about asking to come with. There's the Dragonborn who watches over the kids. He used to be my friend. He was really helpful. I thought about asking him. There's a really smart half-orc who's really good with tech. I thought about maybe asking him if he wanted to help with navigation. Like, it might not be all bugbears. I'd take anybody who wants to go.
As she's talking to me, I get this flash of a memory that I didn't know I had, because now they're all kind of coming back. And there was this thing at a fair, and there was a little plushy Norbog, and it was so cute. And like, in that place, it didn't matter what race you were, everybody was loved, and you didn't weren't scary. And I just start like spouting, do you remember this? And I just like start telling you all of these things that I'm just remembering. Is it gonna be like that?
I don't know, but it might be. It could be. It would be nice.
Like a really cool adventure, actually.
Yeah, it would be nice to be somewhere where you're just so easily loved.
Yeah. Okay. I'll definitely consider it. I have to think about the others too. They're awfully sad.
Yeah, no worries if you decide not to. I mean, I'll probably come back at some point.
You promise you won't just up and leave, though?
If I was gonna up and leave, I would have already done it, but no.
I would be really mad. I don't get mad very often, but I'd be really mad about that.
I promise I won't, Angela. I'm not heartless.
Can you help me keep an eye on Puck and Misty?
Yeah, what's up with them? I've been trying to keep an eye on them.
Puck wants to leave to go find Zelos and help him. And Misty wants to go too, and now Misty looks like got some magic back. I don't know if that's because of the thing that I did or what.
Have you talked to Koshano about it yet?
Yeah, you know what? I actually had. I think it's because I've merged with smarter parts of myself, but I just thought to message him right away, and he just came and said to keep him here. So I'm watching him.
All right. Well, Puck, when I did the magical awareness, did Puck have any magic hanging about him?
None.
Still none. Angelo, I am a little concerned about Misty, because when she appeared back here after Koshano yanked her out of that other world, she didn't have any magic in her. And, well, when we got here, she didn't have any magic in her either. But I just checked, and there's a little bit of magic floating around her now.
I think it has something to do with this dream sequence I was in, and then I pulled her out too, and she came back different.
Huh.
It might be my fault.
I don't know if fault is quite the right word. Maybe you were a catalyst. A cause.
I'm not a cat.
A spark.
But if I'm a cause, then that's my fault, no? Oh.
I don't think it works that way. Fault
Well, either way.
is a bad thing. I'm not sure it's a bad thing yet, but yeah, we should keep an eye on Misty.
Okay. I'm glad you're here, because I'm not really good with lots of responsibility.
I mean, well, I haven't been in the past, kind of, either.
But you're the
Usually-
captain.
Well, yeah, because that's fairly new, but in the past I'm usually pretty good at doing what people tell me to do. But I think I'm getting better at being able to make decisions on my own, and yeah, I think you're right, though. I think you're getting better at being able to make decisions, too. Keeping an eye on Puck was a good idea, even if you needed to check with people to make sure it was.
That makes me feel awful good. Thank you.
Yeah, Angelo, you're a good person and a good friend, and you have better instincts than you think you do.
My mom always says that.
Well, your mom is very smart. Yep, and I'll keep drinking with Angelo and keeping half an eye on Misty Moon, because I still don't completely trust that she's up to anything good.
Right.
I will say, Koshano, after finishing with the Prime Minister, would have been looking to round everybody up for a conversation.
I would say, Koshano, the first people that you find are Penn and Lilith in the kitchen, drinking wine and talking.
Hey, how's
Are we
it
drunk? Me?
going?
We're good.
Oh, fantastic. All right. We need to have kind of a big conversation about
to my
next...
dead mom!
That's very nice of him. Yes. We need to have a conversation about something sort of serious. Can you do a restoration spell or something to kind of sober up?
Yes. And I start fumbling through my bag. It's gonna take me at least 5 minutes, but I can do it.
Can you do it while we're walking?
Yes, I can.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'll go
I'm
over-
not frustrated with you. I'm just
No, I understand. Look, hey, none of us wanted. Well, that's kind of what we're gonna talk about, is how over this we are. But yeah, let's work on sobering up a little bit, and he'll take each one by an elbow and kind of walk them out, out of the palace of the tavern.
Tell me not to tell my sisters!
Okay, don't tell your sisters.
Are you sure?
Did you say tell or kill? I can't get a great read on.
I flailed this paper around that Penn gave me. To tell them!
Oh,
Or should
yeah,
I keep it
no.
from them?
Don't tell anybody anything right now. Give it about 10 minutes before you make any decisions about anything. We're gonna.
So
we
say
should
my
probably
mom's
put.
bad.
No, I'm not saying that. Penn, how you coming along over there, bud?
How
you coming on that spell?
Power, Staff of Frost, Staff of Vaughn. God, there's so many sticks in this bag. There it is. And I pull out the Staff of Healing. It's like, cool, got it. And I just got to reattune.
Worst case scenario, that she doesn't like me or love me. I can get over that, right?
Is reattuning something you can do today?
Dude, it takes how long does it take?
The Staff of Healing requires, I think you gotta retune it at dawn. You gotta hold it to the sky or some shit.
Is that really what you have to do? I thought it was an hour of just rubbing it or whatever.
I thought the decision will be easier if I drank a little. I'm all confused.
No, I
Where's
get that, but we just have to. I think by this point we've made it to the bar. All right, fuck it.
He's rubbing the staff.
Come on,
Angelo and Norbog. I'll just haul these two over there and dump them into the booth or table, chairs, or whatever.
We could have met somewhere else that wasn't a tavern.
Oh, we still can. I just figured you guys were still over here.
Yeah.
I found them like this. They're having a day. You don't have any. Neither of you have any quick sober up sort of thing, like a restoration or something, do you?
I can punch him. That's sometimes very sober.
Yes, I have greater restoration.
Angela's idea sounds better.
Would you mind terribly?
Punch.
Yeah, but guys, hey, do you mind if Angela restores you, and then you can get drunk all over again?
Oh, yeah, you can restore me. This staff's not gonna work, and I stopped trying to attune to it, so I don't have to re-attune to my other stuff.
Yes. Please put that away.
What am I to do with all of these magical items?
They like jangle around in the bag.
If Angela doesn't mind horribly sobering these
Yes.
two up.
So
much
for
appreciated.
sure.
We just spent 100 gold on getting sober.
I mean,
All right. Look, there is an important conversation here, though, guys.
you could always pay me back.
Okay, fine. Here's 50 gold. I look
It's
at Lilith.
fine. He only drank milk.
I
Maybe rum chata.
Yeah, you put something
Flavor.
in that milk.
All right,
we're
I mean, it is a
sober
good
now,
point
Lilith.
If I had
We're
to,
set.
did I have to use greater restoration twice? Because that's really expensive.
God,
I'm
Oh, is
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well, see-
pushed you 100 gold.
Well, say you did it a group one.
Yeah.
Great.
Smacked them both on the.
I'll
the
pay you
forehead.
back and get you a rest here.
Okay, 50 gold.
So here's the thing, guys. Puck wants to go after Zelos. And apparently Misty Moon is going with him. I see a few
Okay.
issues with this. First, there's what the fuck are they gonna do? Right? Like, they're going against a very... Now, I get that Dark Misty is sort of, anti-magic is their thing, but still, I don't know, like... what are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? They're just going to... As soon as they're found out, they're gonna be crushed. They're not a threat to anyone.
Does that matter to us then?
Does that
This
work
is
in
the
our
question
favor?
we're here to ask. Does that matter to us? Because the thing is, this entity formerly known as Misty Moon, whatever it is, it's eventually going to be a real big one. But, like, is it our responsibility to keep solving these real big problems? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of fucking sick of being in charge of saving the world, and maybe it's time for someone else to take over.
I've been sick of this since Callanport. That's why I didn't want us to stay in Callanport.
But who? We can't just drop it without a replacement for us.
There
Angel,
are
that
other
is
adventuring
job.
parties. There have
the
been other parties
academy.
before us. There'll be other parties after us. We're just falling into these things on occasion. We can wash our hands of Puck and of Misty Moon. We've done more for them than many others would.
And at some point, we don't even have a right to stop them from doing what they want to do, anyways.
Yeah, I've got no interest in stopping them. It's just a question of whether we should go help. Because
Okay,
the other thing
but
to
like,
consider
what if
is,
this big thing happens and
Yeah.
and it becomes real dangerous, and then it follows us, and then we're not together anymore
the other
to
thing.
fight it.
at this point, both Puck and new Misty Moon know quite a bit about us. And things we've been doing, could probably find us very easily if they so chose. Even with, So
Yeah, like Norbog, it might not be your problem now, but you don't want to bring your former problem with you wherever you're going. None of us do, right?
Puck was hardly my problem to begin with. Zealous too. Misty Moon definitely isn't my problem.
So you think they won't follow you?
Yeah, the question is, are we more involved than we know?
I don't have an answer this time, guys.
Puck still owes me a favor.
What would you ask of
Puck
him?
was my prize.
If you want him to not go after Zealous, his favor then is he never contacts or interacts with Zealous ever again. It would have to be loophole proof, phrased in such a way that he couldn't get around it, but we have a way to keep them separated if we want.
And that's assuming we can trust him to actually follow through with this favor.
It's a Fey favor. It is binding, but
Is
tricky.
he still bound by Fey magic, though?
He was when I last asked him. When he first showed up, I had asked him if then he would break his pact with Zealous, and he said he would, but he had already broken it, and so it didn't matter. So it was no good. I think he would still. He's still intrinsically a Fey, whether he has magic or not.
Oh, isn't the worst thing we're worried about them dying? Is that the problem? We're just worried they're gonna go get themselves killed, in which case, like, I don't want that, but also, like,
I
isn't
don't
it
want
more
that,
cruel?
but if they
I
get killed
thought the worst
quickly, it's no
case-
problem. The worst case is they're somehow turned against us.
Basically, whatever is going on with Misty Moon will come back to haunt us.
She's showing magic again. She had been magic-free when we arrived, but there's a little sparkle of it now.
Is that how bards do? They just play music and eventually that becomes magic?
It's something.
It has a tendency to, sort of innately be there. It needs to be cultivated properly. I mean, look at where I was when you first met me. That was a lifetime of progress. Look how far I've come since then. It takes the proper kind of training and focus to really get powerful with it. But yeah, the beginnings are just... That's innate.
Have you just gotten better at magic because you talk so much? Is that what's been happening? Because that's crazy.
Sort of. It's more... We can have this conversation again some other time.
That's
It's really
fair.
about, for the way it kind of works for me, it's a matter of will, and so it's a matter of knowing what is possible, and it's the whole thing. But
okay.
Point is, it would take time for her to be powerful enough to stand up against whatever is there. Look, if they go on their own, they're most certainly going to die. How much do we care?
Angelo, did that thing you did in the castle, did that use up the box, or was that a separate thing? Does the box?
I don't know enough, but I don't think it used the box. I think it just used a charge of the dragon.
You made a wish, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wouldn't it have included Zelos, though, if Zelos was a threat to us?
What were your exact words?
Oh, you were going to ask me to remember anything. Something about enemies
well, so then we
with
could
my
just
friends.
say uncertain as to what exactly it affected.
Well, the
But
reason
Zelos wasn't a threat to us. Zelos is an implement at this point.
Okay, but look, here's
So
my
Misty Moon.
point. The point I'm trying to make is the box was getting cleansed, and the thing that is causing the problem with Zelos and Misty Moon was the thing that got cleansed in the memory of the box. I know this is a long route. Promise I'm getting there. The thing in the box would hunt and haunt whatever trauma caused it, but now it is full of like positive, good energy that juxtaposes whatever the trauma is that caused it. So if we give them the box, maybe they can just use it and it'll just kill whatever the problem is. The spaghetti, whatever. I don't remember. It was Eldritch? Was it Eldritch? I don't know.
You want to
Take the
give them
box
a weapon.
and kill the evil spaghetti.
I want to not have to go deal with this because I already don't like questions in my mind. Because my mind is like, "Oh, there's an elder god. Could I get some way to make a deal with it? Could I find a way to, like, these are the things that run through my head, and I don't want to deal with that right now. I'm kind of over it. So I'd rather just give them a tool, not a weapon. I mean, same thing. But
Okay, but this is assuming that
save
they'd
them.
even be able to open it, Penn. You couldn't open it on your own. It wasn't until I got the flute, and then you couldn't play the flute. I had to play the flute. I guess Missy could play the flute, probably.
just saying, I have a feeling that if it's where it needs to be, it'll do what it needs to do. Which is a weird way to talk about magic, but I'm kind of at that point with it, you know?
I mean, that's kind of how it works in my observation.
It can't just be a me decision, party decision.
I'm saying that that's what I recommend. I don't want to go. I don't want them to die, but I don't want to go. Also, I have no affiliation with the Keep, so, like, I'm not voting on this. I'm not going to do that again. I will have this conversation and we can reach a conclusion, but I'm not voting. I will abstain if it comes
You
down
can
to
abstain. This isn't a Keep matter, though. We came out here to clear up our own things.
Okay, but what if we give them the box and it gets in the wrong hands? How do we feel about that?
It's full of good energy. I don't know that you can you use good for bad?
Now it is.
You can do lots of
things.
things. You can turn lots of things into lots of other things. I am not in favor of just giving them a powerful magical item and being like, good luck, with especially something so abstract. I think it really comes back to the question of do we concern ourselves any further with whatever Misty Moon is and whatever Zelos is? Or have we done enough?
Zelos has been a constant thorn in that side, though.
Has he? He was initially. We kicked his ass in the last world.
And he hasn't
And as
done anything to
well-
us in this world.
He's kind of just got catfished. And is now not so much a person as a magical power source.
Now I feel bad.
So, I don't know.
Look,
Is there any way to know what Misty Moon is up to? Like, is she going to go target other people that doesn't concern us? And then we can be like, okay, this is really none of our concern. It's not going to come to haunt
mean-
us or bite us in the ass.
you know, a real good divination wizard.
Isn't Candlekeep? Aren't they
Wait a
full of
second.
wizards?
But that's concerning ourselves with it. Yeah, Angelo, what?
Just got a thought. I have to catch it before the train leaves. All of you are done adventuring. You're finding a place to settle down now? Is this what I'm hearing?
This is the first
I
time
don't know
I'm
that
hearing
we're
this.
done
What?
adventuring. I'm sorry. Yeah, where's this coming from?
I don't know. It sounds very like, I don't want to save the world anymore. I'm not going to be in a party anymore. I'm going to go wherever. And I'm trying to wrap my head around it all.
Who's not going to be in a party anymore?
Right.
I look at Sad Penn and then I look at Norbog.
Yeah, Penn has kind of narrowed a little bit.
What's going on?
You know I'm not going to stay with you guys forever. I'm gonna adventure elsewhere eventually. Doesn't mean I'm done adventuring though, Angelo.
I mean,
Dynamics
that
change.
makes you happy. Is it now?
Sometimes people
Norbog?
just have to go do stuff. But I mean, yeah, Norbog, if you've got definite plans, we'd love to know what they are.
Lilith, I didn't hear what you said and I didn't realize you're talking to me. What did you ask?
If you were leaving now. Like right now.
I intend to leave whenever we're done here. I've been waiting on you. Finish up here. Whether it's a day, a week, a month. But yeah, I'd like to go back to the academy, get my things in order, and then I'm gonna go adventure on my own. Or with you if you want to come, but I want to lead my own adventure. I'm tired of following. And I've followed you all over this world at least 3 times over. You can come if you want, but I'm taking the steps whether you're with me or without. And Zealous is really not my concern. He really almost never was, especially not in this world. If you all want to go after him, I will come with all of you, but you all have to make that decision to go after him. But I don't particularly care about him. I don't want to go after him.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I can join you if you like. I just
Lilith, when
Yes?
you turned yourself in, you told me to be selfish.
Yes.
This is me being selfish.
Yes.
I want to go do things on my own, and I want you to be selfish too. I want you to only come if you want to come. I don't want to ask you to come or make you come or put off your own plans and dreams because you just got freedom. You can do whatever you want to now. You don't have to tie myself or yourself to me in traveling north. If you want to, you can. I'll be happy to have you. I'll be happy to have any of you. But you're all free right now. You've sort of settled all of your pasts. The people you've left behind you, you've walked away from. And you can keep walking if you want. You can do whatever you want. Shouldn't you all be happy?
That sentiment. Way back on the mainland. The headquarters of the Serpent Scale Alliance. Three outposts! You're sure it was them? Unfucking believable! You think you can deal with people? You think people can be civil and do business? But no. All they know how to do is break shit. All they know how to do is kick in doors and light fires. Well, okay. Now it's Azko's turn to light a fire. I want you to go into the depths of the Dragon Cult's vaults, and I want you to release every monstrous creature, every dark spell, every draconic incantation. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after that friendship. And I want it all sent after
You bring me back the charred bodies and nothing else. Business time is over. Now it's time for revenge.
And that is where we end the show today. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Cut back to the tavern. Look, guys, maybe we just take a couple days, we go to a beach or something, and sort of clear our heads of where we want to go.
Each episode.
Beach episode.
The beach?
Thank you all so
about
much
it.
for joining us today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my incredible cast for allowing me to knock them around and mess with their plans and do stuff. I've got one more ultimate, by the way. I haven't used. That's just sitting over here catching steam. So look forward to next week when we see what happens with Azko's Wrath. Thank you all so much for joining us. Patrons on Patreon, be sure to check out this sweet new podcast that we've got over there. It's really cool. You got to check it out. Exclusive. Patrons get it exclusively. So, you know, hop on in and get on board. Thank you to our sponsor, Hero Forge. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you to all of those who donate and help and check things out. And folks, thank you so much. Until next time, class dismissed.
It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles. Maybe it's just me, but you guys won't.
No, we won't.
You guys just don't.
No, we don't.
Follow a single plot line through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do. There was adventure, but you guys wouldn't venture. Instead you said the mountains looked real nice. Middle of winter, you went to the hinter, lands of permafrost.